We're here at the Texas A&M Low Income Tax Clinic, and the National LITC program, sponsored by the IRS, is having its 20th anniversary on July 23rd, 2018. So we're celebrating that. We haven't been around for much of the first 20 years. We just started November of 2016, but we're looking forward to the next 20 years.
Well, in the short time that we've been running the program, what I've seen is that this is very needed in the community. When clients come to us, they're desperate. They don't have anywhere really to go to get their tax problems solved, and they turn to us for solutions, and that's something we're able to provide, fortunately.
We had one case in El Paso where we came to tax court and met a taxpayer there, elderly disabled gentleman who didn't know anything about what he needed to do in tax court. All he really knew was that the IRS said he owed $260,000, and he didn't have what the tax court judge was expecting him to provide. So when we were able to get the IRS to concede that case, that just gave him a tremendous sense of relief. Other instances, in addition to keeping people from having to pay money, sometimes we get them refunds. And a $4,000 or $5,000 refund can make a huge impact to some low-income taxpayers.
That's right. And one client that stands out in my mind, we actually worked through his mother because he was incarcerated at the time, and he had a tax burden that he had basically no way to solve while he was incarcerated, obviously. So he came to us, and we were able to get him relief so that when he is released, he won't have the tax burden hanging over his head. And that's a big thing. That's something that, had he not been able to approach us through the LITC program, he wouldn't have had that opportunity.
And somebody in a situation like that is really sometimes feeling very isolated, and having somebody that believes in him like you did can make a big impact on him. One of the things that has always struck me working in the program and before I came to the clinic was that most people in the IRS want to get to the right result, but taxpayers don't know how to help them get to that result. And that's what we can do and what we can offer. Without them, the whole system would not work as smoothly. So the IRS appreciates us about as much as the taxpayers do.
That's true. And as a law student, I think it's great from my perspective that I'm able to work with clients directly, and that the LITC program exists, because without a clinical environment like that, traditionally as a law student, I wouldn't have opportunities like what you're talking about.
It's been an interesting 2 years so far. We're still early in the program. We're looking forward to how it's going to go from that. And we're looking forward to being a big part of the community and a big part of the law school, and an active participant in this national program by the IRS.